Hey guys, how you all doing? It's FishyFisher coming at you with a brand new episode of Nothing Harder. If you don't know what the show is about, basically I'm playing Super Smash Bros. For Wii U with every single character in the game on the hardest difficulty, also known as Nothing Harder, also known as 9.0. And today we are playing with the character Charizard, which is one of the last characters actually I will be having on the regular Nothing Harder before we actually go into the challenge mode, which is, you know, Hammerless DDD or Solimar, stuff like that. So, rounding off all the Pokemon, we have Charizard, who, very well known. I mean, thanks to Introspective, he's been doing really, he's hilarious with him, and he has lots of strategies, which I didn't really use as much as I really should have. But, needless to say, it only took me about 5 or 6 tries to complete with Charizard, which is actually, it's pretty average. And I mean, I've been playing with Charizard a lot, especially in the Amiibo tournament, because I had to train an Amiibo for that was 2 hours of playing as Charizard. So that's pretty good practice with the character, with every character really in general. And see, there you go. He's even already destroyed another Pokemon, Jigglypuff. So I didn't find it too difficult with Charizard. Charizard's a pretty good character. He's not the best in Nothing Harder, obviously, but he's good enough. He's viable totally. He's strong, and he has probably more pros than cons in this kind of mode, because hitting very powerfully in the final forms is very key, and he can do a lot of damage and actually take out those forms very, very quick. So just like Ganondorf and other characters like that, it makes that last part so much easier, because I mean, having to keep on avoiding attacks and doing small attacks here and there just makes it a little harder for characters that people think are better, such as Sheik and stuff like that. And then that's really where these heavy hitters really shine. So yeah, I really do like Charizard. I have lots of fun playing with him, and it's pretty cool. He's a pretty good character, and obviously, I mean, well, who knows? I don't really want to bash Charizard a lot, but he's not my favorite character. Obviously, he's just, you know, one of the characters that I've gone to last, I suppose. And yeah, I mean, personally, I never really play as him, but whenever I do, I always have lots of fun. And this stage is always very confusing too. Anyway, as we're taking on this villager, might as well give you guys a little update on what's going on. I did post a lengthy Twitter post on the other day, kind of explaining as to why I haven't been posting as much videos as I normally do. But that's all going to change now, because now that my summer has begun, or it's beginning, and I actually found my place for next year, I can actually continue to have. Oh, how is villager described that? There, rip in peace. Now that I've actually found my place, I just, you know, wait till it's confirmed that I get it, and then I'm coming back full swing. So I'm hoping that starting with this video, I'm gonna be back in my regular schedule, FishyFisher programming, all that lovely stuff. So that's all coming very soon, and I have some very exciting summer plans, as well as some milestones and goals to reach. So I can't wait, and I know this is gonna be a great summer. And it's a shame that I couldn't start it sooner, I suppose. But yeah, that's kind of just been what's going on. If you want more information, go check out that Twitter at FishyFisher or FishyFisher, one of the two. I can't check right now as I don't have Wi-Fi. Again, that'll make sense if you read that tweet. But needless to say, Charizard is still wrecking these scrubs. And I know, yeah, he's actually he's pretty good. Nothing harder. I'm not doing as well as I could be in this map, because I mean, Charizard just needs to do that. And look, he's already taking that Pit there. Or not Pit, I mean, who was it? Roy, yeah. Pit, oh my goodness. Pit's somewhat surviving. Oh, and there's my first death of Nothing Harder, of this Nothing Harder, I believe. And yeah, it's been a while actually since I've done a Nothing Harder, just because, well, I missed last, so it's not really that long. I've had longer breaks. It just feels like it's been a while since I've done this, and I recorded a video the other day, but I mean, I've been so busy looking for a place to live next year that I haven't had a lot of time to do YouTube. So I've really just been making that my priority to get just out of the way, and because, you know, these videos take a while to do, and, you know, 6 tries with Charizard, that's, you know, that's a lot of time if you think about it, with each try being with potentially being up to 15 minutes, right? So that can be a lot of time. It's 6 tries too, so keep that in mind. So I haven't had too much free time, but I have, as I said in the last video, I've actually recorded every single regular Nothing Harder. So while I don't have Wi-Fi still, I may use this opportunity to really just get a lot of gameplay recorded for the summer. So I guess so, you know, since when I do have Wi-Fi, I can put a lot more energy and time into the other videos that I've planned for the summer. So yeah, and oh, here we go against Bayonetta. And she apparently there was a big patch which I don't have yet because 1.16 I don't actually have because I haven't had internet at my place to update my Wii U. So I'm actually out of the loop with all these updates. And yeah, apparently it was just really Bayonetta that got nerfed, and Corrin probably just for balancing. Which is good because I mean she's really good. She kind of needs it. It was kind of odd that not really odd, but I think everyone knew that she was gonna get a little nerfed. And I mean, fair, all worthy of a nerf too, because I mean, she's a pretty good character, and maybe they didn't spend as much time as they may have needed to balancing and all that stuff. But now that the game's actually out and they got a lot of feedback, I know that they'll probably do a good job. By the way, guys, I'm not a fan of these transformative Final Smashes. As you'll see, I just, like, especially with Charizard, since I never use it, and since I never use Final Smashes in general, I just couldn't touch her. Look, that's it. That's the Final Smash done. Just not even any damage onto this chick. Come on, Bayonetta. Like, I know you're good, but I mean, at least not be great and Nothing Harder. Wow. Blimey. Managed to get her there, but that's good old Charizard for you. He can hit hard. When he has the opening, he can definitely... He always can get that hit in with that opening. So, as we are rounding up into round 5, which is the last one with the custom characters, I do have some questions that when I went to get Starbucks or internet at Starbucks. I did save these questions, so I have a few questions. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the names of the people who suggested Charizard, so I just kind of chose them out of the other ones. I did see people suggesting characters like Hammerless DDD, but remember, I am saving those until after I'm done Olimar, which would be after this. There's only 2 more characters, which are, if you're watching this now, which would be me, Sword Fighter, and Olimar. So, I mean, there's not really a point in suggesting characters because I'm going to do Mead Sword Fighter next. But feel free to tweet me some Miis if you want to, for me to use in that next Nothing Harder. Because, as I said at 2,000 subscribers, or my 1,000 subscriber special, wow, that was a long time ago. You can tweet me your Miis, and I will use them in Nothing Harder when the time comes. And the time has come, my friends. I'm doing the Mii for Sword Fighter for sure next. Not even I guess there's no way you can suggest it because, yeah, Charizard, the Mii Fighter, and then Olimar will be next. And I believe that's all of them. I've already done Diddy Kong, and I know I think people, someone suggested the other day on the other video, but I have done Diddy Kong, so he's done, and I only have really Mii Sword Fighter and Olimar to do after this. So instead of really suggesting a character, because we all know what it's going to be, just feel free to tweet me your Mii if you want a Mii to be in it, because I have to choose one, and might as well be one that you suggested. And last time it was one that Rainbow Royale suggested. It was like a Squidward. So there's time there. You guys have your opportunity to suggest it. Don't say I didn't warn you. But anyway, going on to these questions of the day. We got 3 questions, and I figured I'd start this first one with a riddle because we don't have many riddles in the comments below, and I really love riddles. So what I may do is if I can't think of the answer to the riddle right away, then I will skip it and then try and come back to it and give it another try. And then if I still can't figure it out, I want some smart people in the comments to give me a hand. So if you're smart enough to figure out this riddle and I'm not, then kudos to you guys. Let me know in the comments below, and I guess here's the riddle. And who knows, if this is popular, there may be like a daily riddle video, or the riddle of the video, or something like that, the riddle of the day. That could be pretty cool. So this question comes from Zanari Pharaohs, who always comments. It's very awesome. And I'm just going to skip right to the riddle. It says, cutting the hardest of materials with ease, yet no force I require, enduring all tragedies throughout the world, no matter how dire. I am whole no matter how much you use, so take as much as desire. What am I? Oh my. I have cutting the hardest of materials with ease. I don't know. To take as much as desired, so it has to be something physical. By the way, guys, Charizard's dash attack will instantly kill the Miis, which is awesome, which is perfecto. Gets rid of those Miis very easily. And now we're on to the Master Forms. As I'm still trying to figure out this answer to this riddle. What am I? The hardest material with ease, no force I require. Enduring all tragedies throughout the world, no matter how dire. I am whole no matter how much you use, so take as much as desired. I don't know. Man, the hardest material is... Well, as I said right before I read this, I'll come back to it. I'm sure some of you are screaming in the comments with the answer, but I can't think of it right now. So we're gonna skip to the question as the Master Form is gone. And see what I mean? He can just hit so strong and just get these guys out of the way so quickly. It just makes it a cinch. He's only at 24%. Simple. So this next question comes from Aaron Gutterman, and he says, "What did you think of Batman vs Superman?" I thought it was pretty good actually. And if you haven't seen it, any good movies you've seen lately? I'm going through a bunch of stuff right now. Now, I did see Batman vs Superman, and I thought it was good, but the problem with it was that Civil War was just a lot better. That is, I mean, unfortunately, the biggest flaw with Batman vs Superman, I feel. Just because Civil War, well, I just preferred Civil War a lot more. I mean, it was one of the best Marvel movies I've ever seen. Fights were awesome. There's so many superheroes. Oh, it was crazy. So I liked Batman vs Superman, but I mean, I think it was just kind of, in a weird way, overshadowed by Civil War, just because I really like that movie. And I prefer comedy superheroes. I don't really like it when it's getting too serious and political. And that's kind of exactly what Batman vs Superman was. You know, a bunch of, I don't know, a lot of talking. And Marvel was, you know, there was a lot of talking too, but there was also like the funny moments, and the fights were all comedic as well. Like Spider-Man was hilarious in that movie. Anyways, I'm rambling on a little bit too much about that, but I did like Batman vs Superman. Don't get me wrong. I just prefer Civil War. I mean, that's just how it is. It was the competition at the time. Oh, Charizard, no! Oh, gasp. But anyway, that was my thoughts on it. I did like it. So Aaron, thanks for the question. And we're going to the next one before we go back to the riddle, and this one comes from Kitty Fire Paul 1 Gaming, who asks, "Hey Fishy, what is your least favorite part of Splatoon besides requiring internet?" So obviously that would be the worst part, because I mean, I don't have internet right now, and I haven't been able to record any more funny moments, which is so annoying. But as soon as I get home after for the summer, that's when we're going back into full funny moment mode. But maybe my least favorite part of Splatoon is that there's not more offline modes. There's not any really good offline single player. And I suppose it makes sense because you do need the gamepad, but it's just such a shame because whenever I have friends over, there's just no way that we can play Splatoon together aside from that 1v1. And the 1v1 mode is like, it's alright, but it's just like, it doesn't really give a good feel of Splatoon. And I feel like you can only really appreciate it if you have the game already. I can't really just like turn it on and be like, let's play this. It doesn't really work the same, and it's also pretty limited too. So I feel like even if there's another multiplayer mode, or there was like somehow like bots, or like just a way, like, you know, they could do like 2v2 like against 2 CPU Octolings, like a little mini turf war or something like that. That could be awesome. Why don't they do that with the whole like? It's just one of those things that I feel like maybe it was just one of those things that they were never really planning on doing. They added in the last minute, which is great that they did, but I just really wish there was more of an offline mode for Splatoon, because I mean, everyone who I've played with loves that game when they play the single player version, but they sometimes they get a little bit bored of the 2-player battle mode or whatever it's called. So I do wish there were some more battles and stuff like that. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Oh, and I did learn the hard way that if you do your side, which does damage to you while it's exploding, you do in fact take damage. So I took 5 damage from literally no reason. Fun fact, kids, if you're trying to do this as Charizard, I'm trying to be as helpful as you can. Don't just mash the side B in this part. You don't want to take any more health than you need to. Any more percent. But yeah, that's probably my least favorite part of Splatoon. I mean, the required internet kind of sucks, so I guess that kind of groups together with these offline multiplayer modes. Because I mean, I really wish that I could play 4-player Splatoon. I don't have the controllers to support that, unfortunately. But if it was an option, who knows? I may have even got it. Because, I mean, I got my second controller for Splatoon because it was like half off or something. with that. So it was like that was the time to get that controller. So I can play 2-player, but I mean that's the only multiplayer mode aside from the online, and I do prefer the online a lot more than those modes. Anyway, wow, it's already done. Charizard's destroying these guys as fast as I can talk about Splatoon. Oh my goodness, and the enemies are all gone. Is this it? Is this the end? It is! Oh my goodness, that came out of nowhere. Well, congratulations, Charizard, for completing this. I suppose I could never actually figure out that riddle, but let me know in the comments below if you can figure it out. Maybe put a little like spoiler tag or something so people who don't want to see it can try and figure it out for themselves. Make sure you guys suggest me by tweeting at me with the QR code so I can scan it. All that lovely stuff. Leave your questions for next time. I'll leave you with a failed compilation. This was FishyFisher. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys!